Hello, hello. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon.
Good
Nice to see
morning.
you smiling, looking pretty and colorful and all colored in. I like it. I'm liking the color. Those of you who can't be on camera, that's great. I got your messages. Thank you so much. I see you there. But okay, so it is day 2 of our 5-day call to action, the confidence in your closet. Now, if you were with me yesterday, just give me a little wave so I can see if you're back for day 2. Most of you were from the beginning, okay? And some of you could only jump on today. That's absolutely fine. Not on camera, head cold, but you're in your bathrobe. That's cool, Dagmar. That's absolutely cool. What a cool name as well. You're on and you can take notes. Make sure you have your pen and paper. We're going to step 2 of the 5 steps of the confidence in your closet. So I want to hear from somebody who implemented their rest day details yesterday. Who's got that implemented and planned for the weekend? Anybody? Okay, Sheree, unmute yourself, my love. Tell me what you're doing.
Good morning. Well, mine starts on Friday, 5 p.m. to Saturday, 5 p.m. And I have plans on watching some tennis and doing a really good soak with some Epsom salt.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that's Friday night. Did you say 5 p.m. to Saturday, 5 p.m.? I like it. I like it. And have you done rest days before, or are you re-implementing them?
Yes, I have done rest days before.
Okay, just not for a while?
It's probably only been about a month or so.
Okay, okay, great. And when you don't do a rest day, how does it feel?
When I don't do a rest day, I feel absolutely rushed during the week because usually on my rest day, I prepare for the following week or the upcoming week. So when I don't have my rest day, my schedule is not in line.
Okay, but hang on a second. Preparing for your upcoming week is work, my love. So there's no work to be done on your rest day, okay? And I know that some of you kind of do a semi-rest day, but a rest day is no prep, no work, no thinking, no personal development, no making notes, no nothing.
Okay, so my only question then, Linda, is
Yeah.
when I'm resting and something pops up in my head that I know that I need to do, I would want to make a note so I don't forget it. I have to wait to remember.
You have to train your brain to rest. This is the whole thing, guys. We're talking about, thank you, Joelle. This is a very, very important point. Your rest day is rest. It's not preparing your week. It's not making notes. It's not, I know how that happens. Let me tell you something, because I've tested this and I've tracked it, Joelle. If it is that important and you don't write it down and you only remember in 3 days' time, it's okay. Because if it's that important, you will remember the next day. So you can tell your brain to relax and go, it's okay. We're on chill time. We'll remember tomorrow, because your brain must be trained to not do anything. And it's not easy. Ladies, we take care of a whole bunch of people in life, right? Your rest day is rest. It is one of the hardest things to start to do. But once you get it right, you'll become mafia about it. You'll be like a mob boss going, no, do I need to take out my gun and explain that this is my rest day? Step back. Let me show you the door. Anybody who comes and tries to mess with your rest day, that's what will happen. You get so protective of it because it's so empowering and it boosts your confidence. So if you're here attending for the first time, or you joined us yesterday and you're thinking, well, where's the fashion stuff? Where's the clothes? It's coming, honey. But if you think that this is not connected to your confidence and your income, you are wrong. This has got everything to do with the life you want to live. This has got everything to do with expanding your confidence, your influence, and your income. Everything. And that rest day, when you get it right, when you are non-negotiable about it, especially if you have a faith, especially if you want to glorify your God in terms of how you live your life, then he says, work 6 days. But the 7th day, the rest day, is to glorify me, and it's no effort, no work. Okay. It took me a long time. Can you read a fiction book? Oh, absolutely, Jamie, for sure, my love. Read a fiction book, as long as you're not training, learning, growing. Okay. So no Tony Robbins on rest day, no finance training on rest day, no Mel Robbins, the let them theory on rest day. You know why? Because if you really listen to those amazing people, you'll want to make notes, because there's golden nuggets dropped all the time. So it's the one day where you get to go, I'm going to be in my onesie and I'm going to have my hair up in a messy bun and I'm going to be doing whatever I want on my rest day. Nobody asks anything of you. Not you, not anybody, which means you have some training to do around you as well, because you have trained the people around you to lean on you. You've trained the people around you to expect that, oh, well, Ricky will fix it. Oh, Sally, oh, no, actually, Betsy, oh, no, sorry, actually, April will fix that. She always does and she always will, right? Or no, Claudia's got that. Hang on, ask Michelle. She'll know how to do that. She'll make a quick phone call. No, will not be able to do the full hour. Yes, there will be a replay, Cornay. That sounds like a South African name. Cornay Malharba. Are you in South Africa? If that's a yes, you can just, where are you on camera? I don't see you. And there's Annie. Hello, Annie. South Africa is in the house again. Hello, nice to see you, my love. South Africa is representing. Yes, Cornay. Okay. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. So this is a non-negotiable, okay? Your rest day is directly connected to your confidence, your influence, your income, your personal style, and your whole fulfillment factor in life. So you've got to train yourself down tools. You are going to be tempted, like Sheree is going to be doing on her next at 5 o'clock, at 5:15 on Friday. She's going to remember something and she's going to, oh, okay, back up, back up, back up. No pen, no paper. And you know what? It's going to be good, Sheree, because you will find if it slips out of your mind, it will come back if it's important, because you are brilliant. You have a brain that has, you've got the conscious and the subconscious. You've got so many things going on in your mind. Your brain will hold on to the things that are important. I've tested this before, because guess what? When I learned about this 12 years ago, maybe 10 years, no, yeah, 12 years ago in Israel, I'm like, all these things came up. I mean, these are important things. I'm like, no, I want to honor this day. I want to train my brain. And the memory comes up the next day. You will find that. Okay. Anybody else who's got any rest day questions? That was step number 1 of 5 steps to the confidence in your closet. Anyone else implementing a new one for the first time? Anyone else got any questions? Ricky, open, my love. What's happening on your side? And then I'm going to come to you after that.
Well, I wasn't on the call yesterday, but I remember you talking to me on one of our coaching calls probably 3 weeks ago, where you asked me if I had an agenda, where I had a schedule of everything, and if I was doing a rest day, and I said no.
I remember.
I implemented it. I got my calendar out and I decided what days I'm going to do certain jobs, certain things. And so Thursday is my rest day. And I've done 2 rest days so far. And I love it.
Yes.
I stay in my comfy jammies all day long. I watch all sorts of ridiculous TV shows. I don't make the bed. I don't do anything.
Love it.
And I'm finding that when I'm walking around the house looking at stuff and thinking, I need to do that, I think, no, it's on the schedule. It's going to get done because I have it scheduled in. So It's made even though I'm retired, so I don't really have a hectic schedule, it's made my schedule very relaxing. And I'm not stressing over all the things that I see that need to be taken care of. Like, I've got some home construction projects I still need to finish, but it's like, okay, I've got days scheduled where I'm doing sewing or home construction. So
very good. I love it. I remember that conversation well. And so good job, because those things are scheduled. You will get to them, because at the end of the day, you know, we can really busy ourselves, right? It's as if we think the world's going to fall apart if we don't do it now, or if we don't do it tonight. We actually can just step back. The world will continue without you just fine. And you just take a chill day. It really is important. It is, I feel when I do a proper rest day, it feels like 48 hours. It feels like 2 days. Then Sunday is my prep day for the week. I'm prepping. I'm doing my school stuff for the kids. I'm doing my grocery stuff, either online or in store, whatever it is. I'm prepping for the week. I get into my office for probably maybe 20 minutes and I just write out my to-do list for the week. And I know exactly what's ahead of me. When I don't do that, I'm on the back foot, and it lasts the whole damn week long, is how long it lasts. Amanda, rest day is usually Saturday. However, adult children were in town, wanted to be present. Yeah, sure. Yesterday became our rest day. Nice. So that flexibility is important, right? God's not looking down at the heavens saying, oi, it's what are you doing? Hanging out with your kids. No, it's fine. He's not going to say that. He's saying, awesome, Amanda. That's a great example. Flexibility is key as long as you are exchanging one for the other, right? So yesterday became your rest day. Nice long nap, binge several episodes of Miss Scarlet and the Duke. I don't know that, but it sounds awesome. Have done rest days in the past, but always felt guilty. It's empowering to recognize this is something necessary and shouldn't feel feeling guilty. Oh my gosh, Amanda, yes, you've hit the nail on the head. Where does guilt come from? Unmute yourself, Amanda. Where does guilt come from?
I think a lot of places, but culture, past, family dynamics,
Sure.
lots of
Yeah,
things.
absolutely. And then, but what is the ultimate source? If there are two sources of power, which source does it come from?
You mean worldly versus spiritual?
Yeah, if we're talking about, a rest day in the context of faith, are you a believer?
I am.
Okay,
am.
there, my love. So where does it come from? Guilt.
Yeah.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Yeah, from the world.
Right. Yeah, it comes
which
from the world, and the enemy will fuel it. God brings conviction, right? Not guilt. And so that guilt
Right.
comes in our training, our grooming, the people who influenced us, who raised us, who taught us in business and business, and your friends and your family will have, I know a bunch of people who there's no way they can rest on a Saturday. My husband used to have to kill himself, wake up at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning and keep himself so busy until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to earn his rest day that afternoon and evening, which is completely from the pit of hell. That's not how it is at all. It's a command. We're supposed to take a rest day, not work harder to earn half the day off. It doesn't say that, right? So it does come from the world, and we're in the world. We're not of the world. So that's such an important point that Amanda raises there is if you're carrying guilt for doing nothing, shake it off. Okay, play Taylor Swift, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, I'm not going to sing because I have other skills. Shake that guilt off. It doesn't belong on you. It is not from him, and it is not for you. Just say to the enemy, let me just show you the door. Like Stephen Furtick says, he's like, let me show you the door. Okay, or you can use your own language with the enemy. I don't care what you do, but don't you be carrying any guilt about resting. That's just completely nonsense, okay? That rest day is about your confidence. When you rest, you've got to think in your mind about your energy and your confidence and your influence slowly expanding. That's what's happening, because when you rest, that's what's happening. Your muscles, your brain, your memory, your body, everything is just expanding in strength because you're resting. You know what you like when you don't rest, okay? You know you can be really, really freaking, and I'm going to be polite, tetchy and grumpy, okay? You can be hangry and all kinds of things. How do I know? Because I can be. If I don't rest, I am not fun to be around. I'm on a mission, okay? And that's just not fun. Like, that's not fun for my kids. It's not fun for me. And then I stop and I go, what's going on here? Oh, I see. I moved house and I've missed, well, probably I've missed a bunch of rest days, but I'm aware of it. And I've given myself, I gave myself a timeline, and this weekend I'm getting back to my rest days. But I feel it, man. I feel when I don't have that rest day. Doing nothing for a while can also help boost creativity. It boosts a lot of things: creativity, confidence, influence, sleep. It boosts all kinds of things, as well as hair and nail growth, by the way. Okay, so that's what we covered as a first step, okay? Is a rest day is step number 1 of confidence in your closet. I am going to be getting to the practical, powerful, personal style stuff. I'm going to be showing you outfits, mixing and matching, recommended brands, where to find them. I'm going to be giving you pictures on slides here, not today, but tomorrow. Practical stuff. We've got one more step to go before we get to your closet, okay? This is all to do with your closet. So let me share and switch over and get you some pictures up so we can pick up where we left off. All right, current slide. Give me some thumbs up, please, if you can see what I'm seeing. Step number 2 in front of you on slides. Nothing yet? Okay, it says I'm sharing. Okay, is it coming up? All right, things are a little slow on my side today. Okay. All right, great. So step number 2 of the 5 steps to more confidence in your closet. Here we go. 1 Corinthians 9, 24 and 25. Do you not know that in a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. Okay, so we're talking about your clothing, which means we talk about your body, right? I want to just pause here for a minute. Do you know that, and I have had this conversation with many coaches, they don't like talking about personhood. Personhood includes your body, your weight, your health. They don't like talking about it, especially those who are in good health. I know some coaches who are in phenomenal shape, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in every way, but they don't like to talk to their clients about personhood. Why? Because they feel like they're going to be judging them. Well, my question was, are you judging them? Because that's the only way they're going to feel like you're judging them. So if you know me, my health and my weight have been up and down for most of my life. I grew up in several different homes, and I built a very, very, very bad relationship with food from a young age, because we were pretty strapped for money. Or, my mom used to sell clothes to buy bread when I was a kid. And I was so petrified of running out of food, because I always have liked my food. I was that kid at that table of 5 at lunch and at dinner that finished my food and my mom's and my 2 sisters' food. Listen, I like food, okay? I don't play. When I eat, I eat. So I used to hoard food under my bed. I don't know how I got that right, because nobody ever found it. And I don't know. Anyway, so I'd never had a good relationship with food. And it took me a lot of time investing in myself, understanding the subconscious, my brain, my mind, my body, to getting where I am today. It also took a convulsive seizure in October 2024 to wake me the hell up, because you can think that you're on top of your health. You can do all the right things. Like, I was drinking water, I was exercising, I had gained a little bit of weight, but then I lost, and I gained. And this yo-yo life that I had been on got to a point where my body said, okay, I'm done. I had a plan that I was going to push the reset button in December. My body pushed the reset button for me. So you will see what I'm doing with these 5 steps is I am giving you scriptural tools, because most of us, not all of us, believe in the same God. And even if we don't, I can tell you this right now as a fact. The science is out there that you don't have to believe in the same faith at all to know that what you put in your mouth is going to be what you put out. What you listen to and what you read is going to come out your mouth. From the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so you might have your different scriptural tools that you use, and that's great, as long as you're using strategies and tactics that work for you, right? What works for me is 2 things. I was talking to some amazing women this morning about making sure that you give yourself permission to feel. Sometimes there's this regrettable tendency out there in Christian and other religious training that says, you're not allowed to say you're afraid. You're not allowed to say that you're scared. You're not allowed to say you're disappointed or angry, because, it's like, speak life, and, God's got you. And the scriptures that, yes, speak life, choose life. Nowhere does it say you can't feel afraid. It says, do not be afraid. The action is in be. What action are you taking? But you're allowed to feel afraid. You're allowed to, in fact, it's dangerous not to. If you are a coach or a leader of people in any important position where you are influencing, leading people, it's actually downright dangerous not to lead with genuine authenticity, because we as human beings struggle from time to time, and storms hit, and sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. And if you pretend to have it all together all the time, you're actually putting a message out there that your clients, or the people that you do life with, they will just never attain the standard that you have. I have conversations with coaches who say, I don't feel like I can let my clients know that I'm struggling, because how will they trust me? Well, how will they trust you if you pretend that everything's fine when it's not? That's not trustworthy. They're not looking for perfection. There is no such thing. I share with you often my triumphs and my trials. You know where I'm at right now. We spoke about this yesterday. I'm in the middle of a separation. It's damn devastating. It's painful. I do 2 things. Well, I do 3 things. Number 1, I shed my tears and I confess my fears to God, because how I feel is important. I've been taught for far too long that my feelings don't matter, that I over-exaggerate them, and that as a Christian woman, you just need to stand on the word. That is actually bullshit.com, okay? I'm going to say it right now. Your feelings have a role to play, and they feel. Do they sometimes over-exaggerate? Sometimes. Sometimes I call my girl award-winning performances about nothing, okay? And we play about it and we have fun with it. And she now knows that emotion is appropriate for what kind of situation. And if she does have a meltdown one day, oh well, that's just one day. But your feelings are important, and you need to acknowledge them. This is connected to your confidence. My confidence was knocked. I'm telling you, the last 2 decades, I'm only just realizing how much it was knocked, because I had to manage my emotions. Just shush, just tone it down. Just no. I'm not going to be a banshee out there and make a big deal about nothing. But I'm also not going to pack them away neatly in a box because they're inconvenient. No. And it's sometimes with a friend and sometimes in my own space. I shed my tears. I confess my fears. Number 2, I pick up my scriptural weapons, because that's how I do life. I'm standing on 3 right now, and this 1 Corinthians 9, 24 and 25 is one of them. And the third thing that you got to write down is you must learn to discern the company you keep. You have to learn to discern the company you keep, because the people who are around you daily, they're either dragging you down or propelling you forward. There is nothing in the middle. There are no people out there who kind of keep you moving forward a little bit sometimes. No, they're either holding you back or they're propelling you forward. People in my life, the last number of years, are not in my life anymore. And I'm talking about some friends, because it just wasn't a positive influence. And it's not easy in the beginning, but man, the reward comes fast. The release comes quick, and the empowerment and boosting of confidence follows fast. It's worth doing. Who are you? So back to 1 Corinthians, okay? Step number 2, we're going to be talking about your health. You are not a child, and you do not need me to tell you how to be healthy. We are going to touch on a few things, and we're going to touch on why, and we're going to put 1 or 2 options in front of you in terms of what can you do and how often and what are you doing right now. I'll answer your questions, but I can tell you this, as you know, from my seizure in October 24, man, am I grateful for that seizure. It woke me the hell up. When I've been flirting with my health and my health broke up with me, it's exactly what happened. And I don't want that to happen to you. Remember, the world recruits and rewards confidence and excellence, okay? That's what they're looking for in business, in your personal life. That Mr. Right that you're looking for and praying for, he's looking for confidence and excellence. And how can you tell that on the outside? By what you wear. Walk into the grocery store or to the gym or wherever, and you walk in with who you are without saying a word. However, this is what happens, okay? We hit kind of late 40s, early 50s, maybe mid to late 50s, and then menopause hits, the stress out, the burnout. Maybe you've experienced depression and medication. There's loneliness, there's weight gain, there's career changes that happen. Maybe you retire, maybe you get made redundant, maybe there's an unexpected change, there's house changes, location changes, life changes. These things are not little things, and we need to keep dealing with them. And so unless we have a strategy, one that is rock solid, that never moves, we are going to have problems. And that's what hit me at the end of last year. I had seen it coming for 3 years, and I'd been managing it for 3 years, but not as intently as I should have. Not as purposely as I should have. And man, I don't know about you, but menopause hit me like a 4x4, and then reversed and backed up and hit me again, just for good measure. And there's perimenopause, premenopause, menopause, postmenopause. Hello, I wouldn't be surprised if at 92, there's a knock on my door saying, hello, it's granny freaking menopause, just checking on you to see how you're doing. And I'll say, I'm so sorry, there's nobody home. Listen, we need to talk about these things, and we need to have tools in place. And maybe you have those tools, and that's fantastic. But if you don't, this kind of stuff knocks your confidence, and that directly impacts your pocket. It directly impacts your income and your dreams and that book and that business and that relationship and those plans. So we have got to stop and pause. That's why we started with the rest day. And step number 2 is your health. You cannot ignore it anymore. Those warnings, those niggles, that dependency and those addictions that you have, either on some tablets or some caffeine or some wine o'clock, 6 o'clock. Listen, I had them all, okay? No tablets for me, but I was up to 3-4 cups of coffee in the morning. I've never, ever done that. I used to be a one coffee kind of girl for many years. And I had tried, caffeine is public enemy number 1 on your adrenals. I am not a health expert. I am not a qualified medical practitioner, but I can tell you, one of my closest friends she's a member of the PCRM, the practice, PCRM, the practice, PCRM in America. I think it's Practitioners Committee for Responsible Medicine. There you go. That's what it is. And it's a powerful, incredibly united front for all things health, strategic, and having tools in place, and not necessarily all medication. What I'm not going to do is tell you how to live your life, because you're a grown-ass woman. You don't need me to do that. You've tried plenty of things, right? You know what works and you know what doesn't work. What I am going to do is I'm not going to be worried about my reputation or my ego and not touch on this subject, because so many coaches say, Linda, don't go there. It's a touchy subject. You know what? That's the problem. is nobody's talking to women about the touchy subjects, the menopause, the loneliness, the physical things that we go through post-surgery, post whatever it is, medication and health and our body. Here we'd say the F word, okay? We talk about fat. It's part of life. And I'm not going to skirt around anything because a lot of people and business advisors say, just don't go there. It's not popular. Well, here's the good news. I'm not doing this to be Miss Congeniality. I'm not in a popularity contest. I'm doing this because I care, because I know the pain of doing it wrong. And I have found tools that help you to do it right. And I don't care if I stand alone and say, hey, guys, here are the tools. If this was the tool, I'm going to say, here you go. And of course, it is one of the tools. But I'm going to say, here, this is what I found. Here you go. Use it or lose it. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. Okay. You know what to do with your life. But I am telling you that if you don't get serious about your health, you're going to get a shock. You're going to get a wake-up call. And I was thankful enough and grateful enough that mine wasn't fatal. It was near fatal, but it wasn't fatal. You don't want to wait for that wake-up call. This is the same day. This is 26 October, 2024. All right, this is the day that I went to the park run. I was volunteering, 8 o'clock in the morning. 2 p.m. the same day, I'm in hospital. I took this picture when everybody had left, and I was in the afternoon, and they had bandaged me up, and they were checking my brain and what caused the convulsive seizure, and it was basically adrenal failure through excess stress and adrenal failure through caffeine, just all kinds of things, and just major up, major down, this roller coaster, year after year after year. And eventually my body said, I am done. And that afternoon I took a photo. I'm like, Linda, we're not going to forget this day. Today, everything changes. And thank God I'm alive to make that decision. This is the day that things changed for me. From how I lived my life, who I lived it with, what I ate, what I drank, how I work, how I rest, getting everything back in order again, because we have a spirit of order inside of us that needs that. So this is not a spanking, okay? This is not you saying, hey, your warning's coming. Maybe you've got your things in place and you're strong and you're healthy, and that's awesome. But if you don't, I want you to look at this picture and I want you to think there's no difference between you and I. Maybe we live in different countries. You know your body, and you know if you're looking after it. There is nothing wrong with a great steak and a salad and a glass of wine. There's nothing wrong with some birthday cake here and there. There's nothing wrong with the things that you love. But it can't be up and down, and it can't be the majority. It has to be the minority of what we do. So this is the same day. This could be your prevention plan. And I prayed, I'm like, what is the weapon I'm going to pick up here? And it was 1 Corinthians 9, 24 and 25. Linda, you're in the race of your life now. And now how are you going to do? How are you going to do this? What are you going to do? Because it talks about, don't you know that many runners run the race, but only one wins the prize? So what am I running for? And so it says, so run as if to win the prize and be in strict training. Now I put that down. I didn't like reading that. I'm like, can't we just take that out? Can someone not just blot that out, please? Strict training. Oh, Lord. The last thing that I felt like in the hospital bed was thinking and talking about strict training. But let me tell you something. I've got such a bad, painful wake-up call. I will never forget how that felt in the chocolate aisle of my grocery store right across the road here. How that happened, convulsing on the floor for 40 seconds. My son watching me thinking I'm going to die, shouting for help. I still will never forget that he shouted, please help. I'm like, after I came to, I realized that's my boy. He's so polite. He said, please help. He didn't just say help. So funny. It's the first thing that I remember when I came to, like he said, please help. That was a painful wake-up call. And that's what I'm standing on. And so that's why I know. And I can tell you looking back, and you know this about yourself, when your health is not where it should be, your confidence is knocked, okay? From what you wear, it's not just what you wear, but it's how you feel. You don't have the energy to deal with life's stresses. You don't have the energy to be creative. When your health is not where it should be, your confidence drops day by day by day. You don't realize how it gets chipped away, but it does. And that chipping away is at your bank balance. It's at your influence. It's at your dreams and your goals and the life you want to live. So you have a choice. Every day is Tuesday. You can run as if to win the prize. And that's what happened at 2 o'clock that day. So I decided I'm in the race of my life. And it says running, right? I was talking to another client about this the other day. It talks about running the race in life, running. Okay. It doesn't say sprinting. Linda, Heather, Sheree, okay. Everybody else. Those who are used to sprinting, it says run. Okay. And there's a difference. There's a steadfastness. Okay. Consistency beats intensity all the time. If you chuck a big bucket of water on a rock, what happens? Nothing happens. But if you drip, drops of water onto a rock over months and years, it's going to erode that rock. It's going to change the shape of that rock. Consistency over intensity. And so I am grateful for my seizure. This is 6 days apart. And I'm going to tell you how I did that. And I'm going to put the options in front of you. And then you decide, this is how I'm going to eat. That's how I'm going to exercise. This is what I'm going to do. And then it's up to you. But this is step 2 of confidence in your closet. I went from the hospital bed to running my international client VIP event in South Africa. And then in my mind, I'm running as if to win the prize. And your prize is different for you as it is for me. What motivates you? What are your goals? What's your vision? You got to write that down. Got to make sure it's in front of you, right? I know what I'm living for. I know what my number 1 goal is. So I got off that roller coaster. This picture on the left-hand side with the headband, head all bandaged up, those were my kids in front of me. And I made a promise to them. I said, things change today. I will take better care of myself today because I've got plans for my grandchildren, your children. And I make a commitment to you today. And that's what I was talking to. And this is just a few months. This is October, okay? We're now in February. And I'm strong. I'm sleeping like an angel. I'm pooping like an angel. Everything is working. What is going on? I didn't know when that happened that I was going to get separated, guys. This is important. You don't know what lies ahead of you. I did not know. This was October. My decision to leave my husband happened on the 7th of December. He's a good man. But my decision to leave him was the right decision on the 7th of December. So I didn't know what was coming my way. He's a good man and I bless him. And I hope that he makes good, healthy choices going forward. As for me, because I'm in this shape and doing what I'm doing right now, prioritizing my health, I am far better handling this upheaval, this heartbreak than I would have been months ago. I can't imagine the state I would have been in. So this is what I did. I got off the roller coaster. Okay. So I wanted to discuss your exercise routine. And if you have any questions, I want you to open up your chat box. Or Heather, I don't have that open, my life, but if there are any questions that come up, you can feel free to stop me and let's talk about it. Okay. So number 1, it doesn't matter what you look like right now. It is all about starting right where you're at. Okay. So it's not about being skinny. It's about being healthy. There are plenty of skinny fat people out there. And you know what that means. If you take your eye off weight loss and put it on health gain, that will turn things around for you. We're also going to talk about how to love your body, this is not a weight loss program. That's not the program that I run. But I can't tell you how many hundreds of clients lose weight, shed 10, 20, 30, 53 pounds of weight. I don't know if Monique is here today, but if she is joining us today, Heather, then I'd like you just to remind me a bit later, please, Monique Smith. She's got one of many powerful health journeys when she started saying, I love my body at a time when she did not love her body. So start where you're at, because where you're at is exactly the starting point you need to be. That's where you need to be. So number 1, you start where you're at. Forget what went in the past. Forget the goals that you've missed before. You're starting where you're at today. You're not hearing this by mistake. And you're going to take the full year, okay? You're not going to have this crazy goal weight of the next 9 weeks or the next 3 months. You're taking 2025. We're in February. You've got the rest of the year. I'm taking 2025 to get my health where I want it to be. And then I'm going to build on that. This is my foundational year. So you're taking until the 31st of December, 2025. And so you have time. Time is on your side. Time is not this thing that you're chasing down all the time. No, why? Because you are resting. That's what will happen if you take a rest day a week. You will suddenly find that you are not chasing Father time anymore. You will find time on your hands. You'll be shocked that you take a day out and rest, because supernaturally, he's going to give it back to you tenfold. You will have time on your hands. Next, find something that you love, okay? Man must move. We are designed to move. You cannot not exercise. So this is not me telling you, hey, this is what you got to do because I've got it all perfect. No, I have exercised all of my life, but not consistently. And then I go full throttle, then I take it easy, and then I go, and it's just not easy that way. I'm consistent. Find something that you love, okay? Find something that you enjoy, whether it is at the gym, whether it is a class, whether it is Pilates, whether it is brisk walking. It doesn't matter whether it is cycling. find something that you love. It has to be something that you enjoy. And remember, consistency beats intensity. Do I love gym? Not particularly. So do I go? I do go. But I have found my 5K park runs as something that I really enjoy. Why? Because it's got fresh air, it's got sunshine, and it's got people, and it's got exercise. All of those things that I love. So park run is something that I really encourage you to go and check out. This is me on Saturday, okay? This was the Viva Mandela, the celebrating 12 years since the death of our late, great Nelson Mandela, right down the road from me. And I ran my best 5K ever. I had a personal best. It was fantastic. I went by myself, thousands and thousands of people, and I'm doing it for me. And listen, I'm not this natural runner, okay? Hello, have you seen my boobs? I've had a breast reduction. I'm still a 32E. I strap these babies in. You have no idea what's under here, okay? I strap them in and I minimize them like no one's business. So I don't feel like a natural runner. But on Saturday, after deciding last year, after that park run, the day that I did that park run, I ended up in hospital. A couple of months later, when I felt ready for it, I went back and I could only walk it. I could only walk it. So every second Saturday, mostly, sometimes it's 3 Saturdays, I go to park run on a Saturday. I get up and I go. I get up at 6:30 because we have to be there at 7:30 because sometimes I volunteer as well. And I'm there. And then I just get the fresh air, I get the people, I get the sunshine, and I get the exercise. And that's my morning on Saturday. And so that has developed very, very quickly into a 5K. I ran almost the whole way. You have no idea how proud I was of myself. There was no one to tell. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought, yeah, there's no one to tell. So, and then one guy, I ran over the finish line just doing like, yep, that's for me. And then the communications guy just say, hey, you just tell us how was it? I'm like, it's awesome. It's awesome. I stopped 3 times for 10 seconds and I jogged the rest of the way. That's never happened in 52.5 years. It's a big deal. So if parkrun is something you want to check out, go and do a search. It's a global movement. It's been around for years and years and years. It's an awesome volunteer-led organization. It's free, and you get your profile online and you start tracking your times. And then you will find if you do it consistently, you become an amazing walker/runner. Some people walk and some people run. So listen, it's powerful, okay? You've got to go and check it out. So now let's get back to what to do, okay? Of all the options out there, 4 out of 7 days is what I recommend you commit to. Don't do 7 out of 7. Don't do 6 out of 7, even 5 out of 7. If you're not consistent right now, start with 4 because it's more than half, but it's not so much that you're falling behind. So you pick your 4 days, okay? You make sure that you schedule them. Be realistic about what it is that you want to do. If you're going from 0 to hero, you're going to fail fast. So what is it that you want to do? How often do you want to do it? I do recommend an hour, whatever you do. So like minimum 45 minutes is what they say, okay? 45 minutes I find is great, but an hour is awesome. That full hour to yourself, to your body, you're warming up, you're stretching, you're doing your thing, and you're cooling down. Those 60 minutes are amazing. That's your time with you and your body. What time are you going to do this thing that you're going to do? If you are not consistent with that time, if it's not in your schedule, guess what? If you decide, okay, I'm not going to go this morning, I'll go tonight, guess what happens? You won't go tonight. It's got to be something that doesn't need your decision. It's in the calendar and there it says, and it's your boss and it says that's where you are. Just like if you have a client or a boss that you work for and you've made a commitment, you're going to pitch up for that commitment. This is you and your body agreeing on a plan of action to live well and live long, okay? And where are you going? Are you going to gym? Are you going to a class? Are you going for a brisk walk? You figure it out. You're grown up enough to figure it out what it is that is good for you, okay? But you must move. And is it group or solo? Are you better in a class or are you better by yourself? I'm a huge extrovert, okay? I'm like 95% extroverted. I don't really enjoy the classes because people get on my nerves because for a different bunch of reasons that I'm not going to go into right now. I've tried different classes thinking, yes, I want to do this thing, but no. And sometimes I just, some classes are so advanced, some are so novice. I haven't found the middle ground, but I found park run because I kept looking. I found my people, I found my thing. So decide what it is for you. And then what you wear to your workout, okay? This is key. This is part of your confidence. You want to be colorful. You want to be comfortable. You want to be practical. And hello, you want to be fashionable, okay? So what color do you see at gym all the time? If you go to gym, what color do you see? Black, right? Black and gray. And there's nothing wrong with those colors. But if you want to really color up and energy. Color is energizing. So make sure that you have in your closet as one of your exercises, what is your gym kit? What is your workout wear? What does that look like? Where do you store it? Is it on its own shelf? Is it on its own drawer? And what are your socks like? Are they falling apart? Have some funky socks, man. Get some neon yellow socks. Wear them right up to your knees or wear them at ankle height. Get some super colorful, funky green and orange ones. I've got all kinds of colors. And I've got trainers as well that I've got multicolored on my Adidas trainers. Color is energizing. It works. It's very powerful. It carries a lot of energy. So black is fine, but then make sure that I ran with hot pink lipstick in the 5K the other day. I had my lashes on, hot pink lipstick, and I had my kit on, and I felt great. I felt energized and I felt ready because, like an athlete, this is my race. I've got people to my left who are 100 times faster than me. I've got people to my right who are slower, but that is irrelevant. I'm running my race and I'm competing with my last personal best. That's how I'm running this race. So what to wear? Wear color, okay? Color up. It really brings light and energy into your day because typically at gym and elsewhere, you see black. If you are going to gym, by the way, or you're working out or you're going to join a group and you're single and you're praying for your husband, stand out. Don't blend into the background, okay? I can't even tell you the number of clients that have done that at gym. And suddenly that leads to a conversation, that led to a coffee, that led to, there's a proposal. That happens all the time. The fashion jogger is someone I love to watch online. I don't follow many people at all. I think I follow 3 people on Instagram. And she's one of them. Why? Because she makes me happy by what she wears. This woman is like, she's a powerhouse. Like, look at her body. I think she's Italian. I can't remember. I think her name is Lisa. But I love it because she wears things. Incredible athlete. And she's always going after her own last personal best. And she brings any, I just can't imagine her in all black all the time. I can't imagine her without color. She's interesting. And when you are interesting and interested in others, and you're confident, and you've got that humility, and you've got the wardrobe, it's magnetic. People want to know you. People want to find out who you are. So you know you've obviously got the I Love My Body t-shirt is available, right? You can go to LindaPaige.com. You can go and check it out in the shop, and you can go and buy your own in red or white or gray. That is a t-shirt I made for myself years ago when I wanted to wear what I believe. I decided I need to wear what I need, what I'm working toward, and that is loving my body. And it blew up into this whole global movement. Okay, so finally, so what you eat, okay? Once again, you're a grown-ass woman. I don't have to tell you what you eat. I don't have to tell you that you need fruit and veg and grains and nuts and seeds and oils. You know all of that. And think about it, again, from a faith perspective. Food is not confusing. Food is not complex. Food was made and designed to be simple and applicable and easy to be healthy. So don't get your head all upset about, must I go like all, it's not expensive to eat healthy. I know that. I'm a single mom right now, and I'm on a smaller budget because I'm being super faithful with what I've got, and I'm being super focused on all the detail. And so I'm tracking and I'm checking everything. It's not more expensive to be healthy. You don't have to go and buy organic, or if you've got organic markets, that's great. Go and find your farmer markets. Go and find your online farmer market as well. A lot of places deliver these days. You know what you need to eat. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with a great steak and a salad or veggies and a glass of wine or 2 or 3, whatever blows your hair back, okay? But it can't be the majority of the time. It has to be the breakdown, they say, is 75-25. 75% plant-based, fresh, whole foods, unprocessed, no sugar, no junk. 25% of the time, knock yourself out. Have that pizza, have that steak, have that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to manage it in a way that is fueling your body and not holding your body back. And how do you know? Well, listen to your body. And if you are not able to get all of those things in, you probably have come across your own supplements or your own supplemental tricks and habits that you have that might make that up. These are mine, okay? So people have been asking, this is what I take. This has become my source of life lately. So I do 3 products these days. Why do I do them? I don't believe in supplements. I'm really a huge skeptic when it comes to supplements. These are not supplements. This is whole food. And since I've been taking this on and off for 20 years, when I take it, I feel stronger. I've got more energy. When I don't, then I don't. And it's been like that for 21 years. And then October, my seizure and the wake-up call. I take these 3 things daily. I take the barley life, which is the barley juice powder. Why? Because I don't have time to grow my own barley leaf and dry it and extract it. And I know what's in here. And I'm not going to go into detail. You can find that online if you want to. I take omega, which is all my fatty acids, because all the stuff out there is just junk. Fish oil is carcinogenic, and all the marketing out there is just that. It's marketing. And Flora Food is my probiotic. It's the only probiotic that I found has crap in it. So I take these 3 every single day. And when I don't, I feel it. Why? Because I'm being strict with my training right now. I want to make sure that any gaps I have in my nutrition, which I do right now, because I'm not cooking and meal prepping like I used to. I'm in a very busy season with my business, with my kids, with having moved home. And so this is really sustenance for me. This is whole food supplementation. This is not stuff I'm going to pee out 80% when I go to the loo. Okay, so that's what those 3 are. And this is my power powder. I raised my kids on this stuff when they were babies and they got sick. There is a link below if you are interested, okay? And Heather can drop the link into the chat box as well. We've had questions. Go on over to that link later and you can check out what's there. What is in here? What does it do? And why do I need it, okay? I'm not a believer in supplements. I never have been. I really have. But if you are in a place where you are not getting the nutrients and the minerals and the vitamins that you know you need, at 50 plus, we can't afford to not have these things. And so I cannot afford not to have my power powder. And like I said, when my babies were little and they got sick, my child had, Paige had scarlet fever. My son got the rotavirus and almost died, both of them. And this stuff was, I'm telling you, I used to cut it open and put the oil in and the bottles and put the powder in. And the recovery time is remarkable. My recovery time since my seizure, getting onto this stuff, I attribute the vast majority of my recovery time to going raw, going plant-based, and to the AIM. Now, AIM is an American company. Probably a lot of you know about it. But if you don't, I can tell you why. And I quite like that. They're not big on product pushing and heavy marketing. They're just not. And my friend Mary Ann, who's my coach, my health coach and mentor for over 40-something years, she's been taking this product. And she doesn't put anything in her mouth that's not pure and plucked from the Garden of Eden. So I'm just copying her. She is my leader and my inspiration and my coach when it comes to all things health. So you can go and check it out. You're so welcome to. If you want to get those products, obviously you can get them at that link at a better price, just like I get mine at a better price from her. You can go and check it out. Any questions you've got, you can ask me at the end, no problem. But we do have a follow-on from January coming up on the health plan. Remember, we did a 30-day raw reset, which I'm telling you, that was such, I know a lot of you here and those of you who are only catching this on replay have done the raw reset. Your results are astounding, absolutely astounding. Okay, so that is step number 3. You have got to be healthy to be successful. And you might be successful right now. You might have a little bit of it going on, but it's not going to last if your health is not a priority. And it's not going to be at the level that it can be if your health is not a priority. I've experienced that. I've had a lot of success in my life. I've been super blessed. I've worked for it and I've had a lot of success. But I'm telling you what, if that health is not in check, it starts dwindling or it starts becoming really difficult to manage. And then it becomes not fun anymore. So you have to learn to prioritize yourself. The world needs you. Your family needs you. And even if you had nobody around who needed you, you've been given the gift of life. What are you doing with it? Vibrant health boosts confidence instantly. So does personal style. Remember my story. What I wore got me in the door from the age of 17. So whether it is business casual or smart casual or for work or for leisure, how to dress differently for different occasions, how to grow your hair, how to wear your hair, how to find those things, how to color up. On the right-hand side there, I'm 16 pounds up and still getting up, dressing up, knowing how to work with my tummy. That hot pink band under my boobs was for like a kind of like a smart cocktail function and for a VIP client event. Actually, there's no way that I would wear that dress as it is right now. It's because I know my body, and when it goes up, what happens. But I'm done with the up and down. I don't know about you, but I'm done with that roller coaster. It was fun for a while until it became not fun anymore. So I got off. I'm on a different track. You can start right where you are. Doesn't matter what you weigh, who you are, what you do for a living. You start right where you are. Because the characteristics of a confident woman Number one, she's decisive. You will not find a successful woman who ums and ahs about a decision anyway. A confident woman is decisive. She's either in or she's out. She's not on the fence, because that's where you'll find procrastination and perfectionism and doubt and fear of man's judgment and criticism and rejection. She is not on the fence. She's either in or she's out. She's decisive. She takes action. That's what follows the decision, because she knows that action produces experience. And even if she takes action and she fails, that experience is a step closer to the success after. So you have to learn to take action. Action is the only thing standing between your status quo and that confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow that you've been talking about. A confident woman dresses well. She knows and understands the science that was released many years ago. And probably the most formal part of it was 2012 with Adam and Gillingstee about enclosed cognition. Okay, the science is out there. What you wear impacts not just how other people perceive you, but how you perceive yourself, and therefore how you perform. The science abounds. So a confident woman dresses well. Whether you're going to the gym, whether you're going to the grocery store, to the office, or to a function, you get your rest day. You can look like the happy Rocky Horror Picture Show on your rest day. But every other day, sometimes it's just light makeup. Maybe it's just little lashes, a bit of foundation, and you go to the grocery store with a cute little t-shirt on, some skinny jeans and some shoes. Maybe you're super dressing up for an important meeting, whatever that is. But a confident woman dresses well. A confident woman is generous with her words, with her time, with her money, with her skills. She's generous with her compliments. Generosity is a key characteristic of a confident woman. And a confident woman invests in her health and herself. I do not know one successful, and by what I mean by success is I mean relationally and spiritually and physically, emotionally and financially. When I look at women and men who are successful and grow, that's none of them has their health at the bottom of the list. None of them. They all work out and prioritize their health. It's at the top. Talking about above their faith. I'm talking about because it's at the top of their list. And so I'm watching these people, I'm studying them. I'm in gym the other day and I'm on the elliptical and I see it's on silent, but I see it's on mute. And I'm watching some of the Olympic replays and some of the races and some of the sprints and the men and the women and the hurdles and it's fascinating to watch them and how they focus and they're in their lane. It's fascinating to see what they're wearing, how it differs from one to the other. They all invest in their health. I watch sports documentaries all the time. It's incredibly inspiring. From Formula One, which I don't follow. I don't much like Formula One, but I'm inspired by how they eat, how they think, how they talk, how they move, the decisions that they make. They all invest in their health. All right, folks. So that is at step number 2. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is practical, powerful, personal style skills. We're going to go into your closet, okay? I'm going to be sharing with you the building blocks to a beautiful wardrobe. What you can do right now to take back control of your closet. What you can do right now to open your closet, push the reset button. Bless you, Kay. I think I caught a sneeze on the side there. I caught you because I love your hot pink sweater, by the way. Hello, look at that. I just unshared. I just got back on screen. There's hot pink, catches my eye. She sneezes. Bam, we have a connection. Well done on the hot pink. I love it, Kay. It looks gorgeous. And so that's clever. On your Zoom calls, wear something that is eye-catching because it's conversation starting and it's relationship building. I'm going to remember Kay. Now she set a benchmark. Now the next time she comes to my Zoom call, she better be at this level or even higher. All right, I'm going to be looking for her. And this is exciting. It's productive. It's powerful. You want to dress to connect. All right. And this is, it's not dress for success. It's not dress to impress. It's dress to connect. It's all about connection. It doesn't mean you're going to be bosom buddies with everybody, but it does mean that you've got to get up, dress up, put your best foot forward, and you don't have to wear heels either. I love heels, but you don't have to wear heels if you don't want to. There are building blocks I'm going to give you tomorrow, some staples that are easy to find, easy to wear, easy to mix and match. I'm going to show you exactly how to wear this with that and that. Then leave that on, change this and put that on. I'm going to literally talk you through that step by step, okay? So that you can learn how to do it. And some of you are doing it already, but remember, you want to learn more. That which you think you are good at, you will never master, said my coach and mentor 12 years ago. I'm like, ooh, that was good. That which you think you're good at, you will never master. And I thought I was good at fashion. I thought I was good at coaching. I'm like, yo, that was a necessary spanking that I got. And so I just opened my mind to a whole bunch of new things, and a whole bunch of new things and people flowed into my life. All right. Annie, I've been using the Garden Trio Flora Food Omega ever since I discovered the AIM Company. That changed my life. Awesome, Annie. Yes, amazing. The AIM Company is in my experience and in many people's experience, just one of the most, if not the most reputable company out there in the health and food and nutrition market, because there are so many fly-by-nights, there are so many shysters. I'm going to tell you something. Kauai, do you know the brand Kauai? Is it a global brand, by the way, or is it only in South Africa? I'm not actually sure, but Kauai is, as far as I was concerned, a really healthy, you get your smoothies there, you get your wraps, you get your, they do a little bit of meat, you get a chicken, but it's like lots of fresh fruit and veg. And I have a peanut butter berry without the almond milk, so it's only fruit. Do you know, I took my son for a suit fitting yesterday in the city, and I bought myself a peanut butter berry. We sat down. He wasn't very hungry, so he said, oh, let me have a sip. He took a sip, put it down. I had taken one sip. We started talking about a few things. 30 seconds, must have been 25 to 30 seconds. He went like this. He's like, Mom, I'm not feeling good. He got up. He didn't even make it to the bathroom, which is about, I don't know, 20 steps away. Up the escalator, he started vomiting, catching his vomit. We get to the top. I've got his head over the bin in the shopping mall, and he's vomiting. And he's vomiting. And he is sweating as if he's in gym. It's dripping down him. And I'm like, my gosh, what's going on? Like, I don't know what, I'm praying over him, and we're surrounded by a nurse and then the security guy and then another guy bringing water. Awesome community experience. And then as quickly as it came out, and then he was pale and dripping in sweat. And 5 minutes later, he sat down, he's fine. He's like, okay, now he was really shaken. Okay, I've got this big chunk, hulky, amazing, handsome child, and he's 6 foot something. And he's like, I can see he's shaken. And he's like, what was that? So I call Marianne. I'm so thankful for that woman. I'm like, listen, this is what happened. And I burst into tears because I got such a fright. Everything's fine. You're going to survival mode. Now he's fine. He's cool. And then I'm like, hi, I'm fine. Have you got a minute? And I told her, I'm like, listen. And she said, tell me exactly what happened. Told her, bam, bam. She said, Linda, it's Kauai bacteria. It's cross-contamination. I said, it's Kauai. She said, Linda, Kauai, like many other brands in the world, make a lot of money off the healthy brand, especially post-COVID. She said they buy their peanut butter in bulk from China. You don't know what's in there. So I'm like, what? Their peanut, what? All of that kind of stuff, right? So like, there's my beautiful peanut butter berry that I've been having for years and years that I love as a treat once a week if I can, and I get it. And she said to me, what you have is a son with a very strong immune system because he's very fit. He does martial arts and everything. And she said, he's got a very strong immune system because that's how a baby's body responds. If something goes in, there's bacteria, they projectile vomit it out. That's what he did. And she said, that's all that's going on there. There's bacteria in there. It's not the first time, Linda, but you can go and report it. You can. Good luck with that. It's not going to change anything. You can't change it. That's why she said, that's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they open, which I'm so grateful for. That's happened, okay? Why did I tell you that? Why did I go to Kauai?
You're saying how amazing the AIM company is.
You know what I did afterwards? So she said, just get him home, keep him on water, and put some peak endurance in his water. So peak endurance is part of this. Listen, this is part of my tools. Like, they become like some of my scriptural tools, my food tools. And she said, get him home, make sure he hydrates, and put some peak endurance in his water. Peak endurance for me, it's what goes in my water. It's plant-based. It gives me energy. And it makes water a little less dull for me because I find water sometimes a bit dull. And so it's plant-based. It's nice. It tastes great. And so that is like the electrolytes that you get out there, the rehydrate and those things, but it's pure. It's kind of no crap. He had that. If you ever get nauseous, or if you have a child that does, the thing then to do the next time they eat, it's the best time to eat an apple, and it just gets rid of all the toxins. It's an amazing, I've done it before. So you grate the apple, doesn't sound like you do what? You grate it, and you let it go a little bit brown, a little bit oxidized, and then you eat that slowly, and it just finds all the bacteria and it chucks it straight out. And that's what he did. And then he went and visited his girlfriend for the night and swam and hung out, and he was absolutely fine. But that's what happened with that. And I just reached for my aim and my praise over him. And then I had a little cry afterwards because, okay, it's, you know, I have to let those feelings out. And that's where I'm at. This is step number 2, is your health. Maybe you have it down pat. Maybe you're vibrantly healthy, and that's fantastic and good job, because that's important. When it comes to your closet, your confidence, your income, where you're going forward, your health is something you cannot play with anymore. The stress, the menopause, the eating, the things that happen in life, the up and down with it. No, you have to take it seriously now. Use me as an example to learn from, and do not wait for that wake-up call. It was painful, and I don't wish it on anybody. So you can decide what you're going to do. Okay, so we're going to wrap up here. If there's one question, I'll take it. Otherwise, you're welcome to send it to Heather, and she'll make sure that I get it. Otherwise, we are the same time, same place tomorrow. Step number 3, and we're going to be getting practical into your closet. Okay, so come with your pen and paper. Do we have any questions, or are we good to go? Is Linda freezing with anyone else? Jure, did I miss a conversation there?
Yes, I don't even remember exactly where it was, but it was towards the end with your son, and you were talking about the powder that you were using and why you felt it was so good for you. So there was a bit of breaking up, but I think I got
freezing.
the gist.
Oh, you mean on my screen? I thought you meant freezing food. Okay.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Okay, sorry, love. Was I freezing? Was I okay. For how long did you, how much did you miss?
It was just sporadic, so it just kept coming in and out. I didn't really
Okay.
miss that much, but I got the gist of it. But I
Okay.
do have a question for you, Linda. If I, after this call, come up with something, should I just go ahead and forward it to Heather, or should I wait for tomorrow to present it to you?
Presenting as in presenting
As
what
a
exactly?
question that I may have. Like right now, I
well,
don't have a question.
You can ask it. You can ask it now, but if it comes up or you want to keep it for tomorrow, you can do that live, or you can give it to Heather and she'll pass it on to me. If you can't make the live call, I will address it on the live call and you can catch the replay. Okay, no problem. You're welcome. Are my park runs part of my rest day? Hell no, girl. Freaking run my ass off on those days. Crazy, no. I can't, no. They're not my rest day. So I'll take my rest day from that Saturday lunchtime to Sunday lunchtime typically. Because I work full day right through the week. And so because I started the park runs, I've had to change my rest day. And so that's what I'm doing. How do you spell that bacteria, Mary? I don't know the name of the bacteria. It was just cross-contamination, and it was a bacteria that Mary Ann told me about. So I don't know the name, but I can tell you that she's the one who can tell you more about cross-contamination, and you know what happened? Because, so I had a sip, and then we didn't know, walking to the car, we didn't know what it was. Before I called Mary Ann, I had a few more sips, got in the car, and then called her. And then she said, that's what happened. So I'm like, oh, I backed off the peanut butter berry. And about 20 minutes later, my stomach started cramping. So my son probably saved me from chugging down this whole thing and saved me from some dire pain, because I had tummy cramps for about 15, 20 minutes. And it was not nearly as bad. Clearly, my immune system is not as strong as his. And I know that because I'm building my whole self back up again. And then the power powder that I'm taking. So the link is there that Heather has put into the chat box. You're so welcome to go and check it out. Okay, I'm not an expert on the stuff. I can't tell you all about the antioxidants and the ingredients, but I can tell you that AIM is a highly reputable, very respected company that supports clients worldwide. They have events, they've got presentations, they do training. Because they're all about stop the products that are actually costing our people a lot of money, and let's bring the people stuff that is pure and that they need and that works. And it's not crazy expensive either. You know, I don't believe that good health needs to be unaffordable. It has to be affordable. Well, hello, Miss Shana Petaway. I see you there. Hello, nice to see you. Shana was one of our clients, came over to South Africa, one of my executive clients, and you're growing your hair. I like it. Okay, changing things up.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Shauna has been in our community for a long time, and she has been in Dauntless training and the Dress to Connect program, and got on a plane and came to South Africa. And what a great time we had with her. Good to see you, my love. Good to see you.
You too. Thank
Okay.
you.
Betsy is asking, is there 100 days? So we are, yes, Michelle, I do take a probiotic. That was one of the 3 that I showed you just now. You can catch the replay if you want to. Yep. And also I'm going to be talking more about this on Friday, okay? Because we've had lots of questions around this. So I'm going to be giving more details. But those are the 3 that I take. And then we are going to be talking more about it. The 100 days is going to follow with the link. We start on the 25th of February. So if you're planning on doing the 100 days, those of you who are planning on doing it, those are the 3 products you need. And there's also one called Herbal Fiber Blend. That's the other one, because Herbal Fiber Blend takes all the crap on the inside of your lining of your tummy and just gently takes it out. I know all about constipation and every remedy and product on the market out there, and they're normally painful. And Herbalife has been an amazing grace for me and on this journey. I don't need it anymore. I have some in my cupboard. I don't need it anymore. But boy, in the beginning months did it help me, because my system was just so clogged up and messed up. So those will be the 4 then. So if you want to get ready for 100 Days to Health, those are the 4 products you're going to need. And then we will be doing the 25th of February. We will be going into deep detail with Mary Ann in terms of what exactly those 100 days look like. And she's going to say, here's how you get your product. Here's when to take it. Here's how to simplify it. I'm not someone who likes to take 3 of this and 2 of that at 6 a.m. and then this at lunchtime. And no. Can you please give me a plan that I can just take it all together, or once in the morning or once in the evening? That's what I've got. It must be simple. All right. So go to the products if you're interested. If you are joining us for 100 Days to Health, it's a great continuity plan from the raw reset that we did in January. That's it, folks. I think that's everybody, and that's everything, okay? If you have, yep, we've covered that. If you have any other questions, please feel free to shoot them over to Heather. If you can't make tomorrow's call, I will address it live. Otherwise, it's going to be same time. You're so welcome. Same time, same place tomorrow. We're step 3, and we're going to get practical in your closet, okay? Bring your questions, bring your pen and your notepad, because it's all about what to wear, how to wear it, what you have, what are you missing, and how to make it easy. Just this morning, I did a quick video for someone that will probably go on YouTube as well. Go and check out YouTube, by the way. There's a lot of footage there. I had 3 things. I had the school run. I was doing a few things at the house, and I was working in my office, and then I changed for this. And I have worn the same cami and the same skinny jeans and the same shoes, these hot little pink, cute little Steve Maddens that I've had forever. So I've had 3 items on. I changed the top to a blazer. I changed the top to a beautiful billowy blouse. So I've had 3 different outfits on the same day for 3 different events. Easy breezy, no stressing about dressing, because no one's got time for that. All right, beautifuls, good to see you. Have an awesome rest of your day. You've got step 2. Tomorrow we do step 3. See you on the other side.